Welcome to Insider Insights, bringing you behind the scenes at the Community Foundation for Greater Atlanta. This series is intended to provide tax, legal, and financial advisors with useful insights about charitable planning and how to work with the Community Foundation for Greater Atlanta. Today we're talking impact investing with Sydney Hulebak, GoATL's Impact Investment Manager. Sydney, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
So some of the advisors in our audience may be familiar with the concept, but let's just start with the basics. What exactly is impact investing?
Yeah, great question, Josh. So impact investing is the idea that you can generate a positive social outcome as well as a financial return with a given investment. So the great thing about impact investing is, as opposed to a traditional grant, impact investing actually has the ability to compound. So you recycle those dollars over time, and that allows your impact to grow. So a great example of this is actually one of our most recent investments in the Working Farms Fund. So we were able to invest $1 million in the conservation fund, and this allowed them to acquire at-risk farmland around Metro Atlanta, which helped them accomplish a couple of things. One was preserving that farmland that would have otherwise been developed, and two was providing a resource and pathway for farm entrepreneurs to scale their enterprises. And then three was providing organic food right back here to Atlanta.
And I'd imagine that this is somewhat different than the investments a lot of people think about, where they're putting money to work in a business and expecting a return at the other end. You mentioned that there is still that financial return in these investments?
There is. So for instance, in the investment we just talked about, it's in a fund that's targeting 1.5%. So it allows you to have that financial outcome, but then also to generate catalytic social outcomes as well.
So not quite the scale of return, but you're also getting that positive social impact. And so combined, that's providing the return that most people would be looking for.
Absolutely.
So we've got multiple funds that we offer here to do different types of impact investing. Can you talk just a little bit about the three different funds?
So we've actually been doing this work since 2017. So the first fund that we stood up is called the Community Capacity Fund. And this is investing in the region's most innovative intermediaries. So that can be something called a CDFI, which is like a community bank, or a high capacity nonprofit.
So investing in the groups that are doing investing in the enterprises.
Absolutely.
Okay. What's the second one?
So the second one is called the Economic Inclusion Fund. And it's an opportunity to support BIPOC entrepreneurs that have historically had trouble accessing any kind of financing, but need dollars to scale and grow their enterprises.
So kind of like venture capital, but targeting those who need the capital the most and might not get it from traditional sources?
You're correct. So it allows them to access capital to create meaningful jobs, to generate and maintain wealth, and ultimately to create catalytic outcomes for the region.
And what's the third fund?
So the third fund is the Affordable Housing Fund, and this is the newest of our group. And it's focused on achieving longer term and deeper affordable housing across Metro Atlanta. And it does that through something they call the 3 Ps, which is supporting programs, policy, and production of affordable housing units.
So for that person who is thinking, ooh, I've got a client who might be interested in this, What does it take to actually place an investment with these funds?
So each fund is a little bit different. Okay. They all have different target amounts that they're seeking to raise. They all have different term sheets. Okay. So of course, happy to talk to anyone about those really specific requirements. But for instance, the first fund I mentioned, the Community Capacity Fund, it is targeting a 1.5% return. It has a minimum investment as low as $25,000. So it's the most accessible. And it has a 5-year lockup. So you have a chance to revisit that investment after a period of time and determine if it's still material to you and your client's goals.
So this could be money that's currently sitting in other traditional investments, or it could be money that's already been allocated to a donor-advised fund. And while it is sitting there, it can be deployed as an investment into these social impact investment funds.
Correct. So if your dollars are sitting inside a DAF and they would otherwise be invested in a pool, you can choose to invest them in GoATL, and that allows them to have additional impact while they're waiting to be granted out. So that allows all your dollars to be mission aligned and hopefully in lockstep with your goals.
So GoATL is just referring all of these three funds, this whole concept of impact investing. For advisors who might be interested in learning more, what's the best next step to take?
Yeah, so you can reach out to us. You can also find more information on the website under what we do, GoATL Fund.
Thanks for taking time to learn more about our impact investment options through GoATL with our Impacts Investment Manager, Sydney Hulebak. Give us a call, check out the website, and let us know how we can help you generate more positive social and financial returns for your clients.